Your court television news starting now.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a breaking news edition of the NJ Courts TV news station. And what I mean by breaking news edition, I actually will be featuring today, and I don't know when it's been our last time, but today, folks, I will be featuring the actual live recording from today's July 3rd Skimask Andy restraining order hearing, okay? And I'll get into some of those details here in a minute. I'm just going to let the notification go out. So in the meantime, I'd like to say good morning, good afternoon to my friends on the East Coast. As a matter of fact, I definitely think we have time to say hello to everybody in chat. So let's start there. So a lot of you were already in chat earlier and already having some conversations. And I'll tell you what, I usually don't care about my viewer count, but I hope today that we can get as many people today live or even just catching the replay, because I am so tired of all the lies and bullshit that this piece of shit known as Skimask Andy, aka David DeCoe, has been putting out for the last, since he's been online, and Lord knows before then what he's been telling everybody else, okay? But I think today you're going to get a bit of a good idea, and you're going to hear it straight from his parents, okay? And when I mean what you're going to hear is you're going to get a good idea of exactly the torture and bullshit that he's put his parents through, okay? This is real life shit, okay? This is none of this YouTube delusional make-believe land bullshit, okay? This is a real life 40-some-year-old that literally has been terrorizing his family for decades, okay? He is a felon that's wanted in multiple states. He's a woman beater. He's a fucking deadbeat father, doesn't give a shit about the child that he has. And to even make it worse, he even speaks badly about that child. I don't even need to go on, okay? Everybody in here knows exactly what type of person this individual is. But for some of you that still doubt everything that this channel's exposed, still doubt everything that you heard for yourselves on his own live stream, okay? That I'm going to tell you what, old homeboy thought he had muted himself. That's why all that came out. Trust me, you think he wanted that to come out? No, he just tried to play it as cool as he could, and it backfired on him, okay? And you're going to learn a lot about what happened that evening, because it did come out, and we're going to listen to it, okay? So let me calm myself down. Let me say good afternoon, everybody, and good morning to everybody else that's not on the East Coast, especially for my friends on the West Coast, barely 9:30. Y'all barely waking up, getting your coffee. All right, well, let's get going. Hey, thank you so much. Swagged out with the $3 super sticker. Hold on, Swagged out. I got to jump on my phone to see the super sticker. Oh, I see it. I got it. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. You all know what to do in chat. This gavel slam goes out to you, Swagged out. And as a matter of fact, I appreciate you starting us on a hopefully what will be a successful fundraiser. But I'm going to be asking for your help today. I will be e-begging, as it's known. But as promised, I'm hoping to do tonight a live stream for you that's going to feature the Electric Light Parade. And I plan to do a 4th of July live stream for you guys tomorrow. A lot of fun the next couple of days. And in order to put those streams together, it may cost some money, and I would appreciate if you guys want to help donate towards these next couple of days live streams. It would be much appreciated. Not needed, but appreciated. So I, as a matter of fact, have already got a e-begging dono goal banner already set up. So swagged out, I'm going to update that 0 to a $3, and I appreciate your support. See, I just put a $100 dono goal, which honestly, we don't even have to meet that. I just need enough to get some fireworks. And yeah, that's it. Fireworks. I'm pretty simple. I don't even need beer. All right. Let's update that here really quick. But either way, we're going to get started here. I know a lot of you are patiently waiting, and I will get this going here in about the next couple of minutes. Let's see here. $3. There we go. Let me update that there. All right. And I think we've already given enough time for those notifications to go out. So again, thank you everybody for joining me today on the NJ Courts TV news station. We are going to be featuring here in the next couple of minutes the actual live court hearing from today's July 3rd restraining order hearing, which is some of you just need some, I guess, context as far as what today's court hearing was about. Skimask Andy, who most of you are aware or well who he is, was it last week? I mean, it seems like it was last week, but it may have been a couple of weeks now. But let's just say last month, towards the end of the month, was arrested. Okay, this whole scenario and scene went on. I'm not going to get into all those details. You can catch some of my past live streams if you want to get the exact details of what happened. But let's just say this. He did some really fucked up shit to his parents while he was on live stream. He involved a poor little dog that Lord knows what the backstory on that whole thing, and who knows we're ever going to know the truth, but the dog is safe, thank God. And he, for those of that aren't, been under this delusional, blanket that he's been putting out, we've already been aware of all the other, crimes and allegations and everything else that he's either been convicted of or has been alleged of doing. Okay, so everybody's got a good idea of exactly who this guy is. All right, except last month he ended up doing it on live stream, which for the most part we've heard him act out and get really, really crazy on live stream. That's nothing new. But I think the fact that we heard the abuse that he puts his parents through on actual live stream, I think is what made that just a whole lot different, and just, I hope, woke up a lot of people about who this character is, or not even character, who this real life individual is, scumbag, who tries to play a character. All right. And like I said, this is real life shit. All right. This was a real life again, not trying to get away from my story, but where I was going with this is sometime last month, this individual, after this whole incident went on, the police were called. He was arrested. Okay. He was charged for 2 crimes. All right. When he was arrested, his parents went ahead and filed for an emergency protective order. Okay. Because he was in the custody of the sheriff's department, he was sent the paperwork for his hearing that was for today. Okay. Because he does have his right, all right, to face his accusers and to tell the judge why he shouldn't have a restraining order against him. All right. Now, he didn't show up today, as we all knew. We're going to find out here very soon what exactly happened, but he was given an emergency, or excuse me, his parents were granted an emergency restraining order, and he left the house. Well, he was actually in jail. He bonded out, but never has returned to the house, obviously, because he would be breaking the restraining order conditions. Okay. Now, we had this kind of repeat not too long ago. And unfortunately, because he was bouncing around all these crack shacks and running around Tulsa, he was never able to get served with the paperwork to show up to a hearing to finalize or not finalize a final restraining order. Okay, that was the problem last time. So what ended up happening is his parents didn't show up to one hearing, and the whole restraining order was just dropped. Okay. Again, they had already showed up to about 3 or 4 hearings, and the problem that they ran into every hearing was the judge couldn't make a final restraining order, finalize it, because technically Skimask hadn't been served. Well, that changed this time. He was served, and the hearing went on. So without further ado, let me present that film for you now. Again, thank you everybody for joining me. I want to say before we start a few thank yous though. Cameron Hall, thank you so much for being an 11-month member of the jury. I got my pup CBD for the fireworks. She's 165 pounds. Well, I'm glad you got some CBD, especially if your pup is not very, fond of the fireworks. And my gosh, that is a big old pup. I'm guessing either Mastiff or like a Rottie, or actually there could be a lot of dogs that are that big, but I hope you guys have a safe 4th of July. My pups, actually, the fireworks don't bother them. As a matter of fact, they're pretty used to fireworks. We used to live at a trailer park, so pop, 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 gunshots, fireworks, hot air balloons, being in Albuquerque and all. So they're pretty used to a lot of loud sounds, but Yeah, I know a lot of dogs don't do so well. I used to work at a kennel, so I am very aware of what happens around these holidays. So I hope everybody with dogs has a very safe 4th of July. And CBD is a great idea. Cat Crazy. Oh, and hold on, I forgot. This gavel slam goes out to you, Tamron Hall. Spam them gavels in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Cat Crazy, thank you so much. Cat Crazy gifted 5 memberships to the NJ Courts memberships of the jury members. Sorry, I screwed that one up. Cat Crazy, thank you so much for donating those 5 memberships, and welcome to our 5 new members. This gavel slam goes out to you, my friend. Spam them gavels in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Swagged out again with a $5 super chat that reads, "Who flexes Jordan merch while begging for money, LOL?" Yeah, well, I don't know if you've listened to his new scam today, but he's begging for money so that he can get some emergency aid for a spider bite. Ouch! What type of Midwest kingpin needs a fucking Band-Aid and emergency aid for a spider bite? If it's that bad, he even said he's going to die if he doesn't get the emergency aid. Go to a fucking hospital. Anyways, thank you so much. Swagged out. This gavel slam goes out to you. You know what to do in chat. Damn gavels. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's get going. Again, I appreciate everybody's support. Oh, hold on. Let me actually update the firework goal. So, we've got 5. Okay, I think I add 23, more or less to there. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. All right, let's go here. Add 23 to 3. That's $26. $26. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. All right. So let me just get my chat set up here so I can see what everybody else is talking about. Yes, we had a big day today. Thank you for reminding me about the other court case, Sunshinery, and welcome to all my mods. Thank you guys for being here. Again, welcome to all the members of the jury. I appreciate you guys being here. Today was also Hampton. Well, you can't see it here because I cleared June's calendar. But if you have not already seen it, go to the NJ Courts main channel page, go to the community tab, and you will find an e-calendar that you can download, copy, screen record, or screenshot, whatever you want to do, of July's court cases, okay? So today we had 2 court cases. We had the Skimask Andy restraining order court hearing, and we had the Hampton Brandon hearing, which was just a continuance of his readiness hearing from June 25th, all right? So let's just jump over to Hampton really quick, and then we'll start with Skimask Andy. In regards to Hampton, I waited and waited and waited to see if I can get in through the Microsoft Teams meeting. Was not able to get in. So as of right now, I do not have an update as to what happened today in regards to Hampton Brandon. I am working on that update. As soon as I get that, I will share that with you. Excuse me. But assuming he did show up to court, whether it was in person or online, he did have a court hearing scheduled for today. I will get you an update as soon as I get one, either online or I'll just have to give the court clerk's office there in San Diego a call. And I apologize because I think I just missed a donation or something go through. I did. Thank you, Tamron. Tamron with another $2 super chat that reads for the boom booms. Tamron, thank you so much. This gavel slam goes out to you, my friend. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yes. Let's get all them haters mad. Let me add $2 to that banner here really quick. And I appreciate your support. Edit. Oh, I didn't even stream it in the bottom. Hold on. So we're at 28. Thank you. All right. And then I think I go show. There we go. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, I present to you today's July 3rd Skimask Andy restraining order hearing. All right. Now, if there's any donations that come through that time, I am going to go ahead and keep my mouth shut. I will go ahead and shout you out after the whole video plays. Not trying to be rude, just for the purposes of everybody catching everything that's said. I'll go ahead and wait just if there are any donations that come through while we're playing at the end to shout those out. Now, I am trying something new, so maybe some feedback in the comments section or even here right now in the live comments. I am starting to add some captions, I believe is what they're officially called, to my video clips, especially these court case hearings. That way, especially if the audio is not the best, at least maybe the captions can help with you understanding what's being said. So let me know if you guys like that. I've also increased the audio volume from its actual natural volume. So I'm using a new editor. This is actually from YouTube, which is free, and I like it. It's really easy to use, which has allowed me to do both. Adjust the volume up, and what was the other thing I just said? I forgot. Anyways, let's just get started with the clip. Oh, add the captions. Very important. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for your patience. Let me just clear the screen here. Go to my live comments so I can make sure I can read what you guys are saying while this is going. All right, here we go. Again, I got the volume up pretty well, but you may want to start up high and then adjust down, or start low and adjust up high, whatever you're more comfortable with. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is about a 4-minute clip. And here we go. Oh, yeah, let me clear this really quick. All right. Add a state.
Mr. Coo,
I'm here.
Start this over. Here we go.
Mr. Coo,
I'm here.
I see
I'm
you.
here online. I don't know how to.
I see you, ma'am.
Okay, and my husband's right here with me. We both have restraining orders against David. We had
Okay.
to get emergency restraining order and have him removed.
Okay. I see you here. I show he's been served on 1952. The other case is
1957.
1957.
1957.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for being prepared. Okay.
You're welcome.
So there's service in both of those cases. However, here's the problem. I understand he's got pending criminal charges. The defendant.
I'm sure he does. I'm not sure what they are. I'd like to file elder abuse charges on him.
Okay. Is he in custody?
No, he was released the next day. He bonded out. He's on the street.
Well, he should have been here today. I'm going to grant you 2 default judgments.
Can I have a 5-year restraining order?
Well, let me see what happened. That may be possible. Was he living with you at the time?
He was squatting here. He was not paying any rent or buying any groceries, using all our utilities and eating all of our food. We are elderly people. We do not deserve to wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and be screamed at by our eldest son.
Okay.
I mean, threatening to kill us and stuff. First thing in the morning.
And it happens more than once.
There's my husband right here.
Hi.
See him?
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
Okay, let me look at the allegations. Were there any weapons used in the altercation at all?
No, no weapons
No.
involved.
It's all verbal.
A lot of threatening
Yeah.
and hitting his hand as hard as he could, demonstrating how hard he can hit.
Okay, I see the allegations of threatening to beat you up. Kill you.
I've got video where he was live streaming at the time, and he didn't realize he didn't unmute his computer, and we got it all on tape.
All right. Ma'am, I think I will grant you a 5-year. I'm going to grant 5-year final order of protection on domestic abuse.
Is he going to be charged with that?
No, this is a civil proceeding. But I know that they have filed criminal charges for threatening acts of violence.
Okay.
That's what he bonded out on. You'll hear from the district attorney about those charges. I don't have control over that one. But I am going to grant a 5-year final on domestic abuse.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that'll be number 1, King.
We want the same thing for David Sr.
I'm going to grant the same thing for him.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. There's a 5-year final on domestic abuse. Number 1. You can pick up both those final orders after 3 o'clock today at the county courthouse.
Okay, now, as hot as it is, we're getting around. Could we do it Monday morning? Come down Monday
morning, but you really need to have that final order in your hands in case you have to call the police if he shows up at your house.
Yeah.
You can also have, if you have another person who's available, they can go get you a copy, I believe, too.
So I could send my other son down there?
Yeah, and ask for copies of the final order.
Should I give you his name?
No, just tell him to get the case numbers.
Oh, okay.
When he goes down there, and he wants copies of the final orders. They won't be ready to 3 o'clock today.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
God bless you. Chanel Bell versus.
There you go, folks. And one, I want to say something. I don't know if Mr. Koo is watching or not, but I want to say a big shout out to and mad respect to you having just the ability to stand there and communicate straightforward with that judge without, breaking down and showing any emotion. That way you were able to get everything out that you needed to. Because that's very important. That judge was able to understand everything that you wanted to communicate. And kudos to you for having well, you're not a guy, so I was going to say something else, but to do that, okay? Second, Skimask, if you're watching, bro, you're a piece of shit, man. I've always known it. But like I said, all you wackadoodles that support this, all you wackadoodles, did you hear his mom when she said he got bonded out the next day? You could hear it in her voice, the disappointment, okay? You've done nothing but just fuck this family up, all right? Now, just stop, okay? Luckily, he can't go anywhere near them for the next 5 freaking years, and I hope they enjoy that peace. But all you're doing, these last remaining people that are supporting this guy, all you're doing now at this point is you're just fucking up David's life. You're not helping anybody else. You're helping yourself because you just need some little puppet that you can, call a little e-friend or, throw $1 today and have them dance around or do something for you for entertainment. But in the reality, this is what you're causing. Now, not all of the fault, obviously, is with the viewers of his and his supporters. Okay, it's 99% David's fault, okay? He's the scumbag. But you all are not doing anything to help him. If you really did care about David, Skimask, whatever the fuck you want to call him, you would help him find a job. You would help him find some type of, even before he can find a job, let's get real. This guy needs some type of mental health care, okay? He needs to go to some anger management school class. He needs to get clean, sober, and then we can work on getting a job, okay? But if you guys really want to help this guy out, start with that. Not throwing $1 or $2 at him so he can just run and go get a little bit of whatever he's on for the day and then have to repeat and do the same thing the next day. What are you accomplishing? Well, you guys are getting some entertainment out of it, but reality, you're just hurting a family is all you're doing. Anyways, that was my little speech, but yeah, pretty straightforward. I'm glad there's about 260 people in here, so that way 260 people you can actually witness from his parents' mouth what exactly is going on in that household. Of course, you think Skimask, the entertainer's going to tell you the truth? I mean, for God's sake, not like we haven't, shown all his, legal documents, just showing all his other previous cases and everything else he's been wanted for and what he's currently wanted on, which, if I need to remind you, is pretty much just all having to do with hitting females, threatening females. And Mr. Koo, if you are watching, if you need any assistance getting that paperwork and you can't get any help to get it done by this week, please reach out to me and I will do my best to see if I can help you with that. Just trying to see if there's anybody else that's had any questions in chat. Somebody had asked about if that was the same or previous judge that that was the judge last time when they were had the went in front of the judge for the restraining order hearing. Yes, that is the Honorable Judge Loretta Radford, I believe is how her name is pronounced. But that is the same judge. And for some of you just coming in right now, I'll go ahead and just replay the video. It's just a 4-minute video. Just a little bit easier to do that than give you all a recap. But what you're going to be watching is going to be the restraining order hearing from today's date. It was this morning. This was out of the Tulsa District Courthouse. It was attended by both of his parents. Obviously, Skimask was not in attendance. Just to let you know, in case you can't, you don't hear it, but a 5-year permanent, I call it permanent, but a 5-year restraining order was, granted. I was going to say something else. Was granted by the judge for his parents, in favor of his parents. So, which means he can't be 100 yards near his parents, can't be in their house. He has to, if he has any weapons, he has to turn those over to law enforcement. And there's a few other conditions. Now, don't also forget, okay, he is also pending 2 charges right now. Now, they haven't put the case together, so I don't have a case number or a date for you. But we're just waiting for the district attorney to bring those charges forward. But he is still right now pending 2 charges of threatening acts of violence, okay? Each charge, one for both of his parents, okay? And it may sound like his parents may actually talk to the district attorney and possibly see about pressing some more charges having to do with the elderly abuse. And it sounds like they've got some video evidence. And I mean, really, that's all you need is just all the video evidence from his live streams that he's done this stuff on. Any of the other clips, maybe from his other encounters with some the females that he's laid his hands on. So, but yeah, I mean, that's the reality of everything here. So let me just play that here for you, especially for everybody that's just coming in right now.
Mr. Koo,
I'm here.
I see
I'm
you.
here online. I don't know how to.
I see you, ma'am.
Okay, and my husband's right here with me. We both have restraining orders against David. We had
Okay.
to get emergency restraining order and have him removed.
Okay. I see here. I show he's been served on 1952. The other case is
1957.
1957.
1957.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for being prepared. Okay.
You're welcome.
So there's service in both of those cases. However, here's the problem. I understand he's got pending criminal charges, the defendant.
I'm sure he does. I'm not sure what they are. I'd like to file elder abuse charges on him.
Okay. Is he in custody?
No, he was released the next day. He bonded out. He's on the street.
Well, he should have been here today. I'm going to grant you 2 default judgments.
Can I have a 5-year restraining order?
Well, let me see what happened. That may be possible. Was he living with you at the time?
He was squatting here. He was not paying any rent or buying any groceries, using all our utilities and eating all of our food. We are elderly people. We do not deserve to wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and be screamed at by our eldest son.
Okay.
I mean, threatening to kill us and stuff. First thing in the morning.
And it happens more than once.
Here's my husband right here.
Hi.
See him?
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi, how are you?
Okay.
Okay, let me look at the allegations. Were there any weapons used in the altercation at all?
No. No weapons
No.
involved.
It's all verbal.
A lot of threatening
Yep.
and hitting his hand as hard as he could, demonstrating how hard he can hit.
Okay, I see the allegations of threatening to beat you up.
I've got video where he was live streaming at the time, and he didn't realize he didn't unmute his computer, and we got it all on tape.
All right. Ma'am, I think I will grant you a 5-year. I'm going to grant 5-year final order of protection on domestic abuse.
Is he going to be charged with that?
No, this is a civil proceeding. But I know that they have filed criminal charges for threatening acts of violence. That's what he bonded out on. You'll hear from the district attorney about those charges. I don't have control over that one. But I am going to grant a 5-year final on domestic abuse.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that'll be number 1, Key.
We want the same thing for David Sr.
I'm going to grant the same thing for him.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. There's a 5-year final on domestic abuse. Number 1. You can pick up both those final orders after 3 o'clock today at the county courthouse.
Okay, now, as hot as it is, we're getting around. Could we do it Monday morning? Come down Monday
morning, but you really need to have that final order in your hands in case you have to call the police if he shows up at your house.
Yeah.
You can also have, if you have another person who's available, they can go get you a copy, I believe, too.
So I could send my other son down there?
Yeah, and ask for copies of the final order.
Should I give you his name?
No, just tell him to get the case numbers.
Oh, okay.
When he goes down there, and he wants copies of the final orders. They won't be ready to 3 o'clock today.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
God
bless you.
Chanel Bell versus your.
All right. And Miss DeCo, and I'm sorry, I don't know if you had heard earlier, but in case you do need help getting any of that paperwork this week, please reach out to me, because not only can I assist you with that, but we also have some people in chat that are willing to assist with like getting you an Uber ride or something like that. So please just reach out to me if you need any help with that. And again, kudos for what you did today. Like I said in the comment just right now, I know it's not a really good process and nobody wants to go through this, especially with their own son. But what you did is something to protect yourself, which is very important. And hopefully maybe the start of David realizing the situation at hand and getting some help. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. I thank you for your support, Ms. DeCo. Gavels in the chat, please. And this gavel slam goes out to you. I appreciate that donation. Thank you, ma'am. And happy 4th to your family. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope it's a quiet one for you. One other thing before we end today's show, I want to address another little thing, especially since we've got about 200 people here in chat. I've been getting a lot of people that have been reaching out to me and actually have sent me a few screen recordings about this. And so I finally, as much as I didn't want to even give this individual any attention, because like I've said before, generally the way this channel works is once we've covered an individual and there is no more court coverage on that person, we close that chapter, that book, that journal, whatever, and we move on. Now, we have reopened chapters and books because a lot of these people that we've covered, not unfortunately, well, it is unfortunate, but it is almost more to be expected, end up getting in trouble or end up breaking their probation or yada, yada, yada. So then we have to reopen the chapter. Well, in this case, I'm reopening not really the chapter. I just want to reiterate something. And the way I'm going to do that is, and maybe this will be a reminder, maybe this will be something new for some of the new people that had no idea that this event happened. But what I'm referring to is Controla, okay? It's been brought to my attention, like I said, by some screen recordings and a lot of messages that it appears this person is been, I guess, what's the best way to put this? I guess just straight right out, has just been bullshitting people about her charges that she was convicted of, that she actually pled guilty to. So it's my understanding, and we're going to play again because I know how it is with this whole drama bullshit that she's into, is it's all about the clips, right? It's all about the receipts. Well, I got them. But I guess it was brought up to my attention that Controla, and I guess it's because, which I thought was weird, but I guess people told me it's because she's got some new, because I don't watch her, okay? So I guess it's been brought up to my attention that she's covering Vegan Patriot, and she's been getting a lot of people from Vegan Patriots chat that are now coming into hers that had no, that didn't know much about her. So she's got a lot of new viewers, I guess is the best way to put it. So what she's been doing is bluffing these new viewers and pretty much telling them that these charges that she pled guilty to are not the exact charges that she pled. She's calling them disorderly persons charges, okay? She's saying, oh, I pled guilty to 2 disorderly persons. Okay, let me clarify something. And I'm going to clarify this with also some receipts. But all a disorderly person charge means, that's just another word in the state of New Jersey for a misdemeanor. That's what they consider in their state a misdemeanor. That is the classification of the charge. That is not the said charge or statute that you are convicted of, okay? Let me remind everybody, and I'm also going to play a video clip since we're playing, court hearings. We're going to listen to the judge themselves. We're going to listen to the actual sentencing hearing for Controla. This was literally the last court hearing having to do with their case, okay, where you will hear herself, Controla, plead guilty to 2 disorderly persons charges, yes, but each of those charges are, drum roll please, assault, what is it again? Assault on an individual by auto or assault by, okay, there it is, assault by auto on an individual. Now there was 2 charges, one for the victim, the person she crashed into, and the other for her passenger, which may be new information for some of you, which was her daughter, her little child, okay? The one she's always claiming she's protective about, all right? And I'm not even going into all those details. If you haven't seen that clip, which I've never shown and I never will, please, I recommend you find it somewhere on the YouTubes and watch it. And please, with some discretion, because it is very sickening, all right? But let's start off with what Controla had to say. And then I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, call the bluff out, I guess is the way to put it. All right. So just be patient with me here. And we're doing this because we don't like, when this channel puts out information, we spend a lot of time to get credible information and to put that out, okay? And when you have somebody that's now discrediting all that information that's been put out, this channel has every right to make sure that the viewers are aware of exactly what is being said incorrectly.
Guilty to disorderly persons. That's what I pled guilty to. I never was charged. I never pled guilty to assault by auto. I pled guilty to 2 counts of a disorderly persons. That's what my charges were. Oh, I got a donation. I got a donation. I got a.
All right, this is the part that I personally don't like. Now she even swears to God. All right.
Okay, that is a fact. That is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Okay.
Okay. All right, ma'am, as you like to say. Let's listen to the actual sentencing hearing. All right. Let's just go to that. Right. Who cares what I say? Who cares what she says? The truth is in the pudding, as they say. So here you go. Just as a brief reminder for maybe some of those new viewers, okay, that have no idea that a disorderly person is just a classification. She just said it herself. The two charges she pled guilty to, that she's charged with, that you can go online and read and see on her case information, is golly, you heard it. It's the assault by auto. There you go. I wanted to say wreck, assault by auto. All right, two of those charges, one for her daughter and one for the victim in the other vehicle. All right. So, ma'am, you are lying, ma'am. And here's your proof. Oh, I'll have to do it like this. All right, give me 1 second. I got to play it a different way.
You back here on 322, Miss Loyal. You go.
All right, I got it. Thank you guys for your patience. Let me just get it up here really quick. Media player. There we go. All right, here you go. It's 2 parts, okay? So I'm going to play the first part, and then I'll play the second part. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Again, this is the sentencing hearing for Controla. Oopsie, hold on. I thought I had it ready to go. Oh, let me do this again. Give me just 1 second here.
You back here on 322, Miss Loyal. You're going to amaze me because you always seem to get all kinds of different stuff done. Okay. Do what you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. You look just fine. All right, see you then, ma'am. Thank you, guys.
All right, it's coming up now.
Versus Tabona under indictment 2305577. Appearances of counsel, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Liz Tabarowski for the state. Oh, thank you, Your Honor. Here, Your Honor, Andrew Seawold on behalf.
Mr. Seawald, did you have an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report?
Yes.
Any changes necessary?
No, Your Honor.
Do you want to be heard?
No. No, Your Honor.
Mr. Bona, do you want to say anything?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. State?
Your Honor, in this case, the defendant, because she was so distracted by virtue of live streaming on her YouTube channel, failed to properly keep control of her vehicle, crashed her car, and injured 2 people, including her child. She had 8 prior contacts with the criminal justice system in 2 states, including convictions for attempt to possess CDS, forgery, and theft. Based upon that, I am asking that Your Honor find aggravating factors 3 and 9, that there is a risk of reoffense, and that there is a need to deter this defendant. Specific deterrence and general deterrence. Your Honor, the defendant is lucky that nothing beyond minor injuries happened to the people involved here, especially to her own daughter. And she is further lucky that her attorney was able to negotiate this plea on her behalf. With that said, Your Honor, I am asking that she, despite it being a PC offense, I am asking that Your Honor place her on a term of probation and with any conditions that Your Honor deem appropriate. And with that, I will submit.
Thank you. On January 16th, police were dispatched to a motor vehicle accident in their jurisdiction. They spoke to a witness who indicated that the driver of the vehicle was cut off another vehicle and struck it. The police received a call from an individual stating they had additional information about the motor vehicle accident. They indicated that the driver was Mr. Bona, who was a YouTuber, and she was live streaming at the time of the accident. They looked at the accounts and were able to indicate that she did not appear to be under the influence or intoxicated. However, there was concern for the welfare of her 5-year-old because the child was in the vehicle at the time of the live stream, and they could hear some communication with Mr. Bona and the child, who indicated that the child hit its head. There was likewise some injury by the other driver, who had complained of pain to her neck, her back, her rib area, and her knee. X-rays were taken. There were no breaks or anything that was indicated, although there was this soft tissue injury. Ultimately, Ms. Tabona was charged with endangering and assault by auto and hindering, and these matters were resolved as disorderly persons convictions. Ms. Tabona is 37 years of age with no known.
All right, so now we're going to go to the second part, okay? So disorderly person convictions. Again, classification. She's about to actually, in the second part, read over the exact 2 charges of what Controla is pleading guilty to. Now, I also want to remind you, in case you didn't hear it in this first part, but before the plea deal was actually negotiated, the original charges included even endangering the welfare of her child, okay, as well as hindering, all right? For some of you that don't know what hindering means, it means pretty much lying or hiding some evidence or some information to the police, the court, etc., yada, 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 okay? So now let's go over to the second part.
History over. Would have been remote. As indicated, there is a prior Superior Court conviction for criminal attempt. There are 5 out-of-state convictions for forgery, possession, and criminal mischief. One thing is named to be a robbery and a petty larceny. As indicated, she pled guilty to an assault by auto as amended to a disorderly person's offense, as well as an assault by auto, a disorderly person's offense on the summons that was in conjunction with this.
There you go. You just heard it.
Offense. To which I will sentence her to 1 year probation, in which she is to follow the recommendations of probation. And if DCPMP is involved, I don't know if they are or are not, then she is to follow their recommendations as well. On each, there is a $100 victim of crime compensation fund penalty, a $75 Safe Neighborhood Streets fund penalty. She gets jail credit for 1 day for January 19, 2023 to January 19, 2023. There'll be a $2 a month probation supervision fee. I will find aggravating factor 3, the risk of re-involvement because of the history that has been placed on the record and the careless nature of the actions. And 9, the need to deter this defendant and others from violating the law. However, I will find mitigating factor 10, that she is particularly likely to respond affirmatively to probationary treatment. The remaining counts of the indictment will be dismissed, as well as any underlying complaints on the summons. These sentences are to run concurrently. You have 20 days in which to appeal. You will be in contact with the probation department in order to sign up for probation. Mr. Sewell, at your earliest convenience, I need an appeals rights form to be submitted.
Yes, sure.
All right. Mr. Bona, I wish you good luck, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
All right, there you go.
Can we give her the phone number? What's the phone number?
All right, and the last thing I want to share, just so I can, again, explain to you exactly the difference or what she's trying to pretty much, hide around, is calling this a disorderly persons charge. Again, that's the classification, okay? Just as you heard from the judge herself, okay, she was charged with 2 assault by vessels or whatever it is, assault by auto, okay? 1 charge each for her daughter and the passenger of the other vehicle. Now, you even heard her say and confirm that her daughter was injured, as well as the person in the other vehicle, okay? So if she denies that, there you go. The also other thing, in case she's also denying anything else in relations to that, the judge even mentioned that she's got 8 prior convictions, okay? 5 from out of state and the 3 from probably in New Jersey or maybe another state, but 8 total before even this one here, okay? So, ma'am, I don't know why you're lying when the proof is out there and it's literally your own audio. Anywho's, I guess she figures the new people just may have never heard of NJ Courts or even knew that she, even had gone to court within this last year. You know what I mean? So anyways, that officially, unless she gets in trouble again or breaks her probation, which you heard she's on probation, is going to end, or we're going to reclose the book on Controla. Thank gosh. All right. So let's see here. Trying to think. Okay, and again, today we had Hampton Brandon that had again, continuance from his June 25th hearing, which was a readiness hearing. That was going to be today at 8:15 Pacific time. This is going to be in San Diego. I tried my best. I waited in the little virtual lobby room. It was going to be through Microsoft Teams. Unfortunately, nothing ever happened. So I'm going to be calling here in a bit to see if they've got an update. If not, they'll update the online case search probably within a couple of days. But yeah, I'll get you an update on what happened. I mean, I doubt anything too important happened unless he did take a plea deal. Otherwise, it sounds like he was going to get ready to go to a jury trial. So, and depending on the date of that jury trial, I did say I may be wanting to go to the West Coast towards the end of the summer. So, that might be a good candidate for our next actual live in-person court coverage. So we'll see about that. Let's see. So today, okay, I'm going to get with her then after the show. Thank you for letting me know. Kim, if you're still watching, I'll reach out to you as soon as I'm done here, which I'm going to be ending here within the next couple of minutes. All right, you guys, and we'll get that all handled. Let's see here if I have anything else I wanted to share with you. Really, I just, the main focus on today was going to share the video from today's July 3rd restraining order hearing having to do with Skimask Andy. And again, if you're just joining here late, you can rewind as soon as I end here, replay, and you can catch up with everything. Otherwise, I will see you guys probably later tonight. Assuming the weather is okay. Tonight is going to be the Electric Light Parade. It is a weather-based event. If the weather's shitty, they don't do it. Same thing with shooting off fireworks tomorrow. But let's fingers crossed the weather's good. If it is, I plan on going live tonight. And then I also plan on doing something tomorrow. So if y'all don't have anything else to do, please, you're more than welcome to join me for the next couple of days. And it should be a lot of fun. Otherwise, if I don't see you all, please have a very safe 4th of July. Please don't forget to use your services like Uber and Lyft. No drinking and driving. Walk, take a bus, call a friend. That's the last thing you want to do, especially if you're somewhat of a known person on YouTube. I don't want to be featuring you on Monday, okay? Let's see here. Otherwise, I want to say big thank you to everybody that supported today's stream. Thank you, everybody, for getting us to our $28 of our $100 dono goal. That dono fundraiser does not end. It'll go on till tomorrow. Tomorrow is when I'm planning on shooting them fireworks. So hopefully I can reach that, or somewhat of, if we get probably 30, 40 bucks, I should probably be able to get, which we're very close to, somewhat of a decent amount of fireworks we can shoot tomorrow. But either way, we're going to have a lot of fun. So I appreciate everybody's support today. Again, if I don't see you, please be safe. Have fun. Always keep an eye out. Remember, keep a head on a swivel. Check that 6. Don't forget to take some time to love somebody, especially after watching today. I hope you really saw the reality of the situation at hand. And please take some time to love somebody. I love you guys as always. And we'll see you on the next one, which will be tonight, assuming weather's good. I got some business to take care of as soon as I get out of here. NJ Courts is officially out. Rio, man, that was such a good one. I thought you were going to join me there. Yeah, I'm here. All right, guys. Oh, and don't forget, e-calendar has already been posted for July. So I'm going to be updating this as well, too, this afternoon. But you guys can already download your e-calendar for July. Next week, I promise, I was going to do it this week, but it's the holiday, so it makes no sense because nothing's going to go out. I will be mailing out buttons, and we're going to be continuing the fundraiser, okay? So mailing out buttons. I will confirm with everybody that I've mailed out your button via Instagram, email, or through here. And then we're going to continue on with the fundraiser until we are out of all of our buttons. And again, thank you for everybody that has supported this fundraiser so far, okay? We'll see you guys tonight. Adios, my friends. Peace.